Hi there everyone, how's it going? This is Matt the Tomato right here, and welcome back to SimCity 4, where we're continuing the region that is one big city. This has been a very followed playthrough up till now, which is great. Thank you ever so much to everyone who has been involved. So we were discussing at the end of the last episode how we were going to develop these next tiles. So there's going to be some farming over here and things like that, and then this industrial area here is going to continue to develop into this section. Let me just have a quick look at the transport map here. Yeah, we do have the motorway that comes through here. Right, okay, so one thing I should do, and one thing I have been sort of diddling with in the back of my mind for a little while, is there are a few requested cities that are actually in the waiting here, and so I should probably get onto those. So the first one I'm going to design down here. So I'm going to sort of do it with a little bit of the hills in mind, considering that this request was about maybe creating some hills and having a few sort of watered areas and things like that. I've got it written down in front of me. So mountains, hills and valleys with water was the request for this one. So once I just fire this up here. So we might sort of, obviously the hills are slowly going down into the flatter terrain, but we might create a few sort of fun bumps and things like that that's in the middle. So right, so we'll start by reconciling. So there we go, we've got a road that comes in here. That's about it. Oh yeah, we've got a couple of other roads that coming down this way. There's also a railway track. Does that railway track need to go anywhere? I should really check, because I can never remember the areas of the map that we've actually worked on. So let's open up the transport view here. So it doesn't really need to go anywhere, no, but we could sort of maybe bring it in. We can maybe put a freight train station to be able to connect up to some of this stuff here. I suppose that was probably the reason why I put it in there, or in case we maybe ran it across the edge of the map, but I don't think, no, that wasn't really what we were going to do. So let's go into this here. We've done the reconciliation, but we're going to just create a few more bits and bobs here. So just sort of a few extra hills, sort of like link that up there a little bit. I don't know, do something like that. And then actually what I'd like to do is maybe create like a bit of a peak, just a small one, and then yeah, just a few bits like this. Some sort of crater maybe in here could be interesting. A little bit of water, so you can maybe imagine that something struck the terrain there, and let's do one more like slightly awkward sort of valley in there. So it's just a little bit odd, basically. Yeah, so like just almost like rock pools sort of thing. Maybe actually let's join these together here. Let's just sort of maybe create like a, yeah, something like that, maybe just sort of, some odd patches of water, little lakes and stuff like that, that sort of thing. So we need to create, actually, let's, whoops, that wasn't what I actually intended to do. Let's flatten this one out here a little bit here, because we need to create a few more farms over this way and also down here, which we will do. So something like that is probably going to be fine. Pop in a few trees. Actually, we could maybe do like the corner over there as trees, because that's sort of like next to where the foresty area is, so we could do that corner in trees, because there's the Forest of Beth that's just up that way, so we do that. Okay, so let's go ahead, and this is going to be called Pint, and this is Retro Green, who has requested this city, and basically just a few mountains and some valleys and a couple of things like that. It's probably not quite what he had in mind in terms of the valleys, but certainly the mountains, sort of like it's a ridge that sort of comes out from the existing mountain area here. Okay, so pretty much we're not going to do too much here, because the actual request was for the mountains and the water and stuff like that, so we don't need to do all that much with this. But we could just say, run in a few bits and bobs here. Now, many people have been mentioning about disabling those advisors. Now, I could do that, and that's certainly something that a lot of players do choose to do. I don't do it though, because there is actually one particular reason as to why I don't do it, and the reason is that let's just build this here. The reason is that actually, if you disable the advisors, you don't get the information about schools and hospitals when they're overcrowded and stuff like that. And I actually like that information, so that's the only reason I keep them. They are irritating as hell, of course they are. They are frustrating, but yeah, no, I like those little pop-ups sometimes that come in. Let's just do that. Actually, that'd be better. Let's run some more farmland over there. That's probably going to be fine. There we go. Could like run a road sort of across there that maybe connects these up here. So let's build ourselves a small natural gas power plant over there. That'll be fine. Because if we run this road across here, then obviously we can connect all of this up. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to drag it to there, but... So, I suppose we could maybe fill it in sort of up to the... The issue is it's already just developed itself there now, so... Not so sure. There is a way of running that along there. I'm pretty sure there is, anyway. Pretty sure there's a way of keeping things on one side. It's just the diagonal road. It is the most irritating thing. There we go. Something or other like that's probably going to be okay. The issue is that going to actually fill in? I don't even know. I'm not actually sure that it will, but we'll find out. So this one's going to go up the hill a little bit here. We've got a couple of like smaller ones that'll be fine, and just something like that's probably going to be okay. If we just save and exit real quick and have another look at the terrain, because I think there are actually some. So if we go satellite view and get rid of the names here. Yeah, so there's still mostly farmland here. I mean, we're going to transition to farm and forest over this way. So the forest is going to sort of end here, and we'll carry on with some farms. But yeah, that seems to be okay. We do need a few extra bits in there. Yeah, so that will actually look all right if we do that. And then a few farms in and around here. Okay, yeah, that's all right. I've got no issue with that. So let's make it look a little bit more authentic. On this side, so we could maybe design some fun bridge that goes across here, and actually we'll carry that on up there, and then we'll just have a road that comes out here like that, and we will continue the farmland sort of theme. Almost essentially just runs alongside the this crater here almost. So I'm hoping that's enough road that won't be too problematic. Oops. Yeah, and I keep not selecting the correct tiles here. Okay, and then another nice big piece that maybe does that, and then, I don't know, just make it a bit more diagonally so that when you look at it from the sky it maybe looks a bit better. I don't know, something weird and wacky like that. See whether that actually fills in. So that one did. Yes, it did. Fantastic. Okay. Jolly good. So that's all filled in. So yeah, there we go. That should look okay, I think. Let's save and exit and find out. That seems relatively okay. There's obviously clear-cut borders here because the colours of the farms are different, which is slightly frustrating, but what can you do? Okay, so that's Pint. That was one of the requested cities. Now, I was thinking about, we were talking about continuing the industry park here. I was thinking of maybe creating a small town in here with sort of the forest corner here. So the corner of the forest to be there, and then we carry on with the farm. Maybe just have a small town in the middle of this. So if we're going to be doing that, then we probably want to head into Forest Edge Fields and create some road connections. So this one here that I've got into a street, I'm going to change to a road and actually going to establish a connection there. That's all I need to do there. That's okay. And I think I've got some road connections established here as well on the southern side. I believe I have. So no reconciliation. Yeah, we do. We have some road connections established here in an odd sort of manner, but yes, we do. Okay, so that's fine. There is obviously the potential to develop up some more industry here as well, which is another thing I didn't quite think of. Yeah, so we have a little bit more room here. So let's continue the development of this section. All seems to be relatively well linked there as well. So there we go. Let's further increase the development of that section there. And the other thing I was going to do was, because we're going to create a new town to the south of here, I'm also going to go ahead and actually increase the size of the landfill to be able to take more garbage, because we'll establish a garbage deal with the town to the south, which is going to be another requested city. There wasn't too many specs requested about it, other than that it was a relatively nice place to live. So if we go to the satellite view here, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we can make some foresty area here. So what I mean is basically just this corner. Just fill that in with trees. Hopefully that's going to be high enough. Let's just double check. Because if it is, it sort of needs to follow a bit of a curvature. So yeah, so you can't really see. That's the issue. Seems to be okay. It's probably a little bit too far up, to be quite honest. But no, that's all right. Okay, no, I can deal with that. Okay, so that's probably going to be fine. And there's not really much else, because most of this is going to be farmland. It's going to be relatively flat. Did I not establish a road connection from the south? Or do I need to? Oh no, because there's nothing here yet, is there? No, I'm being silly. Right, so I need to establish a road connection to the south. Is there any other transport? There'll be a motorway here, but that's kind of just going to join in with this ring road. So not really, no, because the train track's going to come in here like this. So no, there's nothing else to do on that front. So it's just going to be roads. Okay, excellent. And this is going to be called Toonville, and this was requested by DTM97. Brill. So most of this is actually going to be farms and whatnot, but I'm actually going to establish a town. So we'll run a road to the south there. So we've got roads here. So most of this is going to be farmland, but I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm basically going to create like a... so let's... I was thinking about maybe going with an avenue of some sort. I don't think we need to, but I think we will. So we'll go with, oops, I think you have to do it from the end there, yeah. So I was thinking about maybe running it like this. This is not going to be the greatest thing, but I'm trying to make it look like so it's not, you know, straight all the time. So we bring that down here. And it comes across this way. And sort of along here. Up here. A nice sharp turn there is probably going to be alright. And then something like that is probably going to be okay. So we'll build a town in the middle there, and then basically the rest of it will be farmland. So we'll establish some road connections here. Let's establish one that disappears off that way. We've got this one here that obviously comes in like that. This one that comes in like that. There's also a road here. That can't quite join in there. So let's do something like that instead. And we'll also, actually maybe not like that. Let's run another road that disappears off over there. That should be alright actually. Okay. That should be okay. Okay, right, so we'll start off with the usual stuff, so we'll get some farmland going and whatnot. So let's do a... Let's do this. It's one massive farm, really. And I'm basically just trying to like segregate the number of farms here. So right, so we can do that, and then I don't know, something like that's probably going to be okay. So let's go with a street that runs in there, then joins in there, and I'll also run a street down through the middle there as well. That's going to be okay, just to separate the number of farms. We will build ourselves a natural gas power plant. Somewhere there's probably going to be fine. Don't think we're going to need anything bigger. Worst come to worst, we could maybe go with something like wind turbines if we needed any extra power. So we can go with a bit of farmland there. That's going to be fine. We can put a little bit more in there. Definitely some more over here. That's actually too big, but hey ho. Let's go with that. Right, we'll hit a quick D zone of this bit. The only annoying thing about things being square is that when you try and build things diagonally, it doesn't quite work out that way. The only reason I use streets in here as well in particular is because streets don't actually show up on the transport map, so it's just a bit better to use streets. This is nice and simple. We can put that in there. Do this. I will do that, and then D-zone the rest of that on that side. Let's build ourselves a street that does this. Lots and lots of farms. I know a few of you have been saying that there's a lot of farms, but it's you know, you've got to make sure that your people are well fed, but also it's a great way of filling in space. So because of the way we're designing it, you know, you can imagine you've got a big city and then you've got lots of countryside around the outside. That is the way that we are designing this this region. So hence why there are a lot of farms. But yes, definitely. If you're going for like big population and stuff like that, you would not want to be doing it in this sort of manner, because this is obviously in general it's quite an inefficient use of space. So you would want to be not building too many farms if at all possible. That is not actually connected, is it? No. Well, how annoying can you get? Wowzer. Okay. It's the little things in life that are either really good or really annoying. Right. So can I join this? Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's what I wanted to do. Good. Okay, so that street actually has a purposeful connection. Right. So money-wise, we're obviously losing money, but that's not going to last too long. We need to go ahead and initiate a deal with the Temple Industrial Estate for garbage export. And then pretty much what I would like to do is have a central area okay, that's just about like this. And essentially this is gonna be like a town centre. I'll run a street through. I could have done maybe the Pedmals, but actually let's just run a street through the middle. And this is going to be where the commercial stuff is, and then we will build our residential stuff on the outside. So we'll go with a few like roads that sort of join certain sections. That's not brilliant, but let's do it like that instead. But we can also maybe plot something like that. There we are, so that there's adequate access. Actually, maybe we could just do that instead. That'll be fine. So adequate access to the middle here. Plenty of access routes off of the avenue. It's almost like little districts within the town. Okay, so let's start with... that's going to be fine, as long as I make sure to street that up. We're going to have people living on the main avenue here as well. We're definitely going to do that. There we go. So we can have people living on the outskirts over there. That will be fine. And then we'll do some low density commercial in the middle here. Normally, again, you wouldn't do mass scale zoning like that. You would take it a lot more carefully. Okay, so let's accelerate time here. I'd like to also pop in a fire station nice and early here. Sims invite mate to pull up a chair. Let's go a little bit outskirts here. Go over there, that'll be fine. So, fire station almost straight away. Just to cover this this area here, we'll do that. And we will also go with the smoke detector program, as we have done many a time in the past. Right, so if I do that, which is definitely okay, we're going to need to build a street that essentially runs around here but does not connect with that main high street there. And then we can do this. We can also do this. So then you grab a street that essentially does that. Now it's a little bit wonky and interesting, but that's okay. It's going to make that a relatively fun place to be. And let's put a softball field in that corner there. Yeah, that is a bit odd. I will admit that that's really strange, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, continue. It's not the most appropriate way that I would have done that, but yeah, let's do this, and then hopefully, yeah, let's do it like that instead. That'll be better. That will do nicely, but I will, however, D-zone this section. I'll also fill in that. Maybe. Oh, it's slightly too big. That is annoying. Let's put a soccer field in there. That'll be fine. That's actually really frustrating that that was like that. More of the same here. I will put another softball field in over there. We'll do a small expanse of commercial actually that extends away there. So it's like, you know, because you don't always have shops on the main high street. So that's basically what that's trying to highlight. Do this. Make sure that's kind of like a major route going in, so I might just leave that alone and build stuff off of it like that. Should probably be alright. Then, can I fill this in? I can, but not the way I want to. Okay, let's do it in stages then. That'll do, and then again in this corner, let's go with a large flower garden instead. That'll be alright. I'll also put one in there, and I'll go with a medium. Actually, let's go with 2 medium playgrounds in that area. That'll be okay. Right, let's accelerate time. Farmers market. Okay, sure. We will do that. Okay, let's put the farmers market. Let's put it over here, so it's next to the farming. But yeah, so in order to get to the farmers market, you have to cross over the dual carriageway. So good luck with that. I suppose we've got money. Yeah, let's make this place a little bit nicer. So let's go with an elementary school. Doesn't quite cover the whole area, but we can make it cover the whole area. So I'll put that in there and then increase the bus funding. There we go, lovely. Oh, we probably need that as well. Let's try around about the 400 mark and see how we go. Yeah, good call on that one. Okay, excellent. And then we are also... Oh, okay, sure. Again, if you want to get to the church, you've got to go over the dual carriageway. And I'm also going to go with some water towers. So let's go with 4 water towers. And let's get some water in here. So that's probably a little bit overkill for what I've actually got here, but that's okay. Grave needed, yes, we will put that in. Try not to water the farms, because it does actually create pollution. Okay, so it's going to be wonky ass watering, but there we go. It's needs must. Yeah, watering the farms creates pollution, so it's not advisable to do so. Right, so let's run that through to there. That'll be okay. And I guess we could just like do actually one connection through there. Is that going to work? Oh yes. Okay, brilliant. That will do nicely. I suppose these are the two. State Fair, the Epics of Agriculture. Sure. Okay. Let's put this in. It's the State Fair. Plonk that in over there, I suppose. Excellent. So Fairground is Toonville after all. So technically, you could. Yeah. No. There's nothing wrong with that at all. We also need to put in that grave. There we go. Cemetery. Not next to the theme park. No, let's not do that. Brilliant. Okay, so we should see a little bit of development there. Yep, lovely. Getaway destination. This is the hotel. Where to put this? Suppose maybe we should naturally put it in the centre. Okay, let's put that in there then. Luxury hotel in the town centre there. Looking half decent. Favourite mayor? Okay, male statue. Let's put that in. Somewhere out on I don't know where. Maybe near the place where he actually lives is probably the way to go. Brilliant. There we are. New house for the newly devout. Yeah, just putting in a few of these extra reward buildings here because we can. I'm going to put this one though. No, I don't actually know where to put this one at all. Somewhere over here is probably going to be fine. Let's go ahead and actually have one in the middle of town because you know people don't want to be running across the avenue to get there. You can imagine maybe there's some pedestrian crossing or something there. Brilliant. Okay, and that's just about it, I think, for Toonville. Although we could maybe increase a little bit of things. So maybe let's go with a small police station. So I don't know. Let's shove that in, say, on the side over there. People will be happy that they're safe. And we could also maybe put in a clinic as well. Although this is quite small. Yeah. Maybe let's go with an actual hospital then. So let's put that over there. Maybe 1,000? Don't really know. Very, very guesstimatey. So yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, so 1,000 is sufficient. So there's obviously lots of facilities now for people. So they got police, fire, hospital, all that sort of thing. So hopefully people should generally be rather happy to live here. And in general they are. Excellent. Okay. Safety was obviously the #1 thing there, but we've now just gone and installed a police station, so everyone seems to be looking okay. Excellent. Okay, that's Toonville. So, if we exit to the region, then what's going to be the next plan? Right. So that does look odd from that point of view. But from there, you can see it's the forest that's sort of just continuing, basically. So that's the way that we designed that. So there's a forest here. So it does look a little bit weird, don't get me wrong. But I think overall that's going to be fine. So we're going to continue the industry area over this way. That's definitely something we're going to want to do. And then, of course, we're going to want to bring the motorway in here. And we're going to want to join some of these networks together. So this motorway needs to come across here. join in here, and this is obviously where the ring road is going to continue north. So where we continue the industrial estate, we'll also have to think about where the motorway is going to go and that sort of thing. But that's it for now then. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Magic Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series, and join me next time for more SimCity 4 and our playthrough here where the region is one big city. See you later.